Okay, so we're going to try and see how this works. I'm trying to see, there's this thing that one of the other guys that I know does, and it's basically live streaming but through multiple platforms. So I'm trying to see if it's actually working, because I'm live streaming on Twitch as well as on YouTube from the way it looks, but I don't know for sure how true that is. Okay, so it's working. Cool. Just trying to check here if it is working. Wow, it sounds like my volume is really low on the YouTube side. Let's see if we can fix that. Or it might just be because my volume's. No, actually, I think it's just normal for that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So as it sits right now, I'm actually live streaming through my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel. So I appreciate any of my viewers out there. Okay. Okay. So, all right, I'm going going to... What is up, JJ? How are you? So, I'm trying something new tonight. We are live on YouTube at Basic Mecha Works, as well as on my Twitch channel. So now I'm live on multiple platforms. So again, we're still working on the Iron Kong. What have you been up to, my friend? I would stream on Facebook, but apparently you have to pay per month for Facebook, and I don't have a whole lot of expendable cash to do that with. So we're not gonna stream on Facebook right away. Still trying to see how all this goes. So it appears that my YouTube side is a little clunky, but I think that might also be because I'm running multiple streams. So, I see. And I welcome my other viewer on Twitch. It doesn't show anybody. It says one person is watching on my YouTube stream, but I don't know how to see who they are. So, if you guys are interested in saying hello, go right ahead and say something in chat. Like I said, we are doing our first ever multi-stream on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So on Twitch, my handle is continuous0222, and on YouTube, my handle is Basic MechaWorks. That's not what I wanted. Wish there was a way that I could. Yeah, I really wish there was a way that I could make it so I could stream on Facebook as well, but it appears that that is not in the cards since apparently Facebook costs money, which I think is a little ridiculous. But, I mean, I can kind of understand some of it, so. I'm not much of a college football person, JJ. I don't know. I don't really even watch the NFL much anymore either. Hey, you stay out of there. we go. So there I can, now I can see chat. Sweet. Hey, what's up, Justin? I know it's you, JJ. Now you can watch me in stereo. I don't know. How does the stream compare? Does it seem to be decent on YouTube, or is it a little clunky? Oi, Furball, get out of there. Get out of there. Darn cat. She's over here trying to get into stuff, and I don't want her to, because when she gets into stuff, then I end up walking out of this bedroom, and I forget that she's in here, and then I end up locking her in here at night. And that's, I think, worse than anything else, because then she'll get into stuff even worse. Okay. As long as they're both kind of working okay, that's all I'm worried about. I'm trying this new app, or I guess not app, but a website called Restream that allows you to stream on multiple platforms at once. I mean, like I said, I'd love to do Facebook, because I feel like on Facebook that would be a huge number of people would show up and watch me on Facebook, but I'm not paying $19 a month just to stream live on Facebook. But I guess it's more you're paying for the multi-streaming ability, because for Twitch and for YouTube it's free. But it's just for Facebook that it's expensive. Like there's only a few of them that are. Yeah, I can see like there are certain points where they'll spike or drop or something like that. See, I just wonder, because I have the YouTube channel open. Is everything still running okay on YouTube? Like, if you could, message me something in YouTube, because I just closed out the page, and I just want to make sure that I can still do chat. Because I still have, like, I popped out my chat window, so I have the chat window open, but I don't have the original page open with the stream playing, like my dashboard. So I don't know if maybe that will help it. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So that works. I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying out this because, I mean, I've been wanting to do stuff like this for a while. It's just, I haven't had the time to, and I didn't really know of anywhere to try it. So I figured, since I really didn't, like, you're my first viewer all night, so I figured since I didn't really have a whole lot of viewers tonight, I'd try it and see how it goes. So it seems to be going okay. I mean, it's gonna glitch out every once in a while. It's gonna drop frames, and you know what I mean. It's gonna have a few of those little hiccups every once in a while. So I'm not too worried about it. Well, and I figure people probably wouldn't be watching both. You know what I mean? They'll be watching one but not the other. So, and I may do this again from Ooh next week as well. So it's, like I said, I'm just kind of trying stuff. I really wish I could do it on Facebook, because Facebook seems to be the best place to get people hooked, but I mean, I guess that's probably one of the reasons why they charge for it. I mean, That's just an insane. I mean, I could technically probably swing $19 a month because that's not really that hateful, but it would be something where it would have to be worth it, I guess. And I don't know how it works with like donations and stuff like that. Um, I know with Twitch, it's basically I can set it up through Streamlabs that people can send donations through Streamlabs. So, but I guess I could probably just put my PayPal account on there to send donations through. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. Because if I'm going to do raffles like this, I feel like YouTube and Facebook would be a good place to do it. There we go. Timestamps. I'd love to do that on Twitch. Wish there was a way I could do that. Yeah, I wish there was a way that I could set timestamps on Twitch for when people chat. That way I can kind of get an idea as to. Yeah, I think my stream is stabilized a little bit now. It's at least according to OBS it has. I mean, I've gotten down to 18.6% dropped frames. It seems like when I first turn on stream, it drops frames like crazy and then kind of evens itself out the longer I go. So, oh. Well, no, I just saw on YouTube that it has, different timestamps. It's kind of nice for me when I can't, like, I'm not constantly looking at the chat. So it's like sometimes it's nice to look down and be like, oh, okay, they said that a couple seconds ago, or they said that like 5-10 minutes ago, or you know what I mean. It's just one of those things. It makes it easier on me as the streamer. So yeah. Oh. We're working on the fingers tonight. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a delay. So, whoops, ah, okay, caught them. So this is what we're doing. We're working on the fingers. So you got 4 for each hand, and then the thumbs are separate as a different kind of thing. So just kind of sucks. I hate doing these repetitious ones where it's just make this piece, but then make it 8 times. It's just it takes a while. I just feel like it's kind of boring too. Well, and that's the other thing you were saying about it took me about 30 seconds. There's probably about a 30-second delay. Like when I watch, like if I watch myself in OBS running and then I flip on my Twitch channel and watch my Twitch channel, there's at least a 30-second delay. And they always have a delay just because that's the way it is. It always kind of, it always is that way. And I welcome any of my new viewers out there. I know JJ's out there, my loyal follower. And we're streaming live on Twitch with my handle of continuous0222, which you guys will see along the bottom here. And we're also streaming live on Basic Mechaworks, which is, let me see if I can do this. Oop. Right, oop. Nope, there we go. Right there is the channel name. That is on my YouTube channel. So we are multi-streaming tonight. We're trying something new. So we are streaming live from YouTube as well as Twitch. And if you guys are a part of my Twitch channel and want to say hello, go right ahead and just make yourself known in chat. If you're part of my YouTube channel, go right ahead and say hello in chat there as well. And if you want to send out a shout out or anything like that, go right ahead. So what we're building tonight is I'm continuing progress on my Kotobukiya 1/72 scale HMM high-end model, high-end master model Iron Kong PK from the Zoid series. So you guys can see here, this is what we've gotten done progress-wise so far. I'll pop his head off a second here, just to kind of show you guys. So we have the head we finished, which has a bunch of articulation as well. You have spots for a couple pilots. The mouth opens and closes, and you actually have teeth in there. The chest and the chest cavity kind of opens up like this. These parts move. This part here moves. And then actually inside here, this kind of opens up because the Zoid core is inside. So that's pretty much what we've got here. So this, I believe the chest, and then this is the waist piece as well. I think the chest and waist piece is almost 200 to 300 pieces. I mean, it's an outrageous number of pieces, but the level of articulation and detail that are in these pieces, in these kits, are freaking awesome. So this is a kit that I'm building for a local convention that I will be entering it in no, not October, in November. And then I'm going to actually take this kit back apart after I assemble it, figure out what I'm going to do paint-wise, paint it, reassemble it, and then it'll actually get attached to a base and it'll be entered in that contest. So that's kind of a, cool little thing. So that's the main body. We also finished the shoulder covers. As you can see, this one's missing a few pieces because there's actually a part here that actually goes inside here, but because of the fact that I have to disassemble it to paint it, this piece is a little bit difficult to remove once it's in there. So I basically made the executive decision not to put that piece in there right away. So then we have, so those are finished. I'm actually going to lower my decibel down here a sec. There we go. And what we're working on tonight, I did earlier, I finished 4 of the 8 fingers that are required, and then these actually are like, if you would imagine the way an ape walks on its hands, it walks on these parts of its fingers. So this part is actually that part of your finger. There's a few other pieces that have to go on here, but that's one other thing that I was kind of gushing about earlier with these kits, is that because of the fact that these kits are um, based off of animals, the manufacturer kind of has to stay very true to the way the animal acts. So the fact that they actually went and created it so that the ape actually walks on the right parts of his fingers is just really, really cool in my mind. So, I welcome my. It looks like I now have 3 viewers on my Twitch channel. I don't know. I don't know how many I have on my YouTube channel. Just because I'm not really certain how to check that. Because I popped out the chat, but I haven't. Let's see here. So for anybody out there, we're doing a multi-stream tonight. We have Basic Mecha Works, which is my YouTube channel running live right now, as well as my Twitch channel, which is the continuous 0222 that you see at the bottom. Oh, it's Suicide Zaku! What is up? Welcome back. So let me see here. Let's see, where are my viewers? Okay, so I don't know of any way that I can check to see how many viewers I have on YouTube. It's just showing me as the one watching, which I'm assuming is me. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm figuring, is that it's just me. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know how to check that. Oh well. So, I have my chat popped out for my YouTube channel, so if anybody out there is watching on my YouTube channel and they want to hang out, also if you're from my Twitch, if you wish to follow my YouTube channel, go right ahead. It is just search up here in the right hand corner, or I'm sorry, that I guess would be my left hand corner. You can see it right there. That is Basic Mecha Works is the name for the YouTube channel. If you want to join that one or subscribe or follow it, I'd be more than happy to have as many subscribers as I can. That's pretty cool, Zaku. Yeah, I've been pretty busy with work myself. What kind of games you been playing? Like PC or Xbox or PS4 or like retro? Because retro is cool too. Well, this is one I've been working on. Oop, lower your head, you stooge. I went to Otakon, and I did not come back with a championship for the GBWC. So I bought the Iron Kong, and I bought 3 other kits while I was at Otakon. Well, 4 if you count the one. I bought the Lightning Sykes Irvine Special. It's the Lightning Sykes Zoids kit that has all the extra armor on it. So I bought that one. Bought the Iron Kong. Oh, okay. I never got into Destiny. People were telling me I should try it, but I don't know. I haven't been playing much in the way of any video games lately. I actually really feel bad about that because my wife bought me for Christmas, she bought me Assassin's Creed Origins for my PS4, and it is still in its wrapper. I have yet to touch it. So I feel kind of bad about that. But, and then while I was at Otakon, I was saying I bought other kits. I bought this one, the Iron Kong, from what I understand, is one of the newer kits. But this is the Zoids kit that I got. This is the other one, the Lightning Sykes. I already had a Lightning Sykes, and I was building it, and I was taking it back apart to paint it, and the neck joint snapped on it. So I pretty much couldn't do anything with it. But this is a limited run kit. They only made so many of these. This is essentially, you get the Lightning Sykes, but then you get a whole bunch of like extra armor bits with it. There we go. There's a good shot of it. Maybe. So you get the regular Lightning Sykes, but you get all these extra armor bits for it as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. But this one I'm building for a local convention to enter in November. But the other kits I was saying that I bought from Otakon was, I got the Master Grade Gundam Astray Turn Red. I got the Master Grade Double Zeta Ver-Ka, and then I picked up one of these little guys. A little clear Haro. It was a blah 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 convention exclusive, so I picked it up. It was $9. Couldn't argue with it. And this one may even turn into one of my little raffle giveaways. That's another thing I started doing, is I'm doing a raffle giveaway for members of my Twitch channel. I don't know how it will work on my YouTube, but as you can see here, I took this with me somewhere and it kind of dented the box a little bit, but everything inside is still good, promise. Basically what I'm doing with this is a Petite Guy triple set that I'm giving away as a raffle for my Twitch followers. And what you have to do to enter is you just have to follow my Twitch channel, and then donate $1. $1 will get you... Oh, I remember those. Yeah, they were the ones that were only released in the US. Those were the Tomy kits. These are made by Kotobukiya. These are actual, like, model kits. I remember exactly what you're talking about, though, because I think I had a Command Wolf that you had to, like, wind it up, and then it would walk. But what I was saying about this one is if you donate $1, that gets you one chance at winning this kit. And then if you donate $5, that gets you 6 chances, or any increment of $5. So if you donate $10, you get 12 chances. So it's one of those things. If you make a donation through my Twitch channel, you can be the proud winner of this 2017 mid-year campaign prize. So this is, like I said, it's the Petite Guy triple set. So it's the plated gold, silver, and bronze kits. So I won this as a mid-year campaign, and I just kind of I didn't really have any use for it, and I figured since it's a it's a kit that is not readily available, it would be something that would be a cool prize, as a raffle or something like that. So that's what I'm doing with that. And the Haro may end up being one. If I don't get, I haven't had any entries thus far in the Petite Guy set. So maybe I will switch over for my next one for the Haro. I will be pulling a winner for that the second week of October before I go on my cruise. Like which ones are you looking for? Like master grades or high grades, or I don't know which ones I have. I know I have a P Bandai of the Endless Waltz heavy arms, but that's definitely staying with me because I have an idea for that. I think I even have the old 1/100 scale no grade Ultron, the like teal colored one. Oh, you just want more kits with wings on them, not from Wing. The twins. What do you mean the twins? I'm confused. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. Oh, okay. Oh, the Mercurius and the V8. Those aren't easy kits to get. Ah. Where'd you fall to? Now those are just the old no grade 1/100s, right? Because that's all they, or did they only come out in the 1/144th? I can't remember. I thought they came out as the. I thought you could get them as a. Well, thank you for sharing, JJ. Yeah, I can't remember. Did those? I cannot for the life of me remember. Because I thought that those only came in a 1/100 scale no grade, but like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. That just sounds familiar to me. But I know for a fact that the Mercurius and the V8 are not easy to get a hold of. Every time I find them, it's like people want like some astronomical amount of money for them, or it's like they'll show up on a website and then be sold out in less than an hour. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, geez, $8 a piece? You couldn't beat that with a stick. All right, so we have all 8 fingers finished for the Iron Kong. So we'll set them there. And now it appears that it's time for me to make the hands, which I need runner M. So runner M, 5 and 8. Is there 2 runner M's? There has to be. There's gotta be. Am I missing something? Yep, I will catch you later, JJ. There's gotta be another runner M here somewhere. That's runner F. So I should have another one of these runners that's sitting in front of me here. I have to somewhere, because when I made the brakes for the other for the arm. There it is. Now it's intertwined with another. There we go. Haha. Yeah, I've kind of just. I keep building. I mean, I was kind of hoping that if I won the GBWC at Otakon this year, that I'd take like a year off and just kind of do other stuff. But because I didn't win, now I have to. Now I feel like I kind of have to step it back up, and I want to kind of. I want to take my time, my break off on a high note, I guess, is the best way to put it. So. I don't know what the prize was. I didn't really see. I mean, I know they give away master grades for that stuff, because that's what they gave me last year. Was I actually got 2 master grades. I got an MG Freedom 2.0 and then an MG Justice. And actually, the Freedom was the 2.0 with the figure-eyes bust of Kira. Now I need PC2. Then I need part number 8. But I did do I did a panel actually this year at Otakon for Gunpla, and it was I thought it turned out really well. It was on the basics of building, basically pretty much an informational panel on what people would need to know to make an informed decision at buying a model kit, or a Gundam model kit. So I did that, and I actually packed the room. Like the whole place got. There was only, I think, one or two empty seats, and it was they were right in the front, and they were reserved, I think, for people with accessibility issues. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the guy who was there, the Otakon staffer, actually said to me, because I said about wanting to do another one, he says, well, since you packed this one, he says, I'm pretty certain that they're going to be, they'll be more receptive to doing more with you, because you obviously pulled a big crowd. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm thinking I'll probably do another one next year. Not really sure. My ideas were to do. I may just redo the one that I did this year, and then do also offer. I'm thinking about doing Gunpla 201, Gunpla, and then maybe do Gunpla 301, and then actually doing what would you call it? Doing one on airbrushing. I think airbrushing would be actually really nice because it would actually help with cosplayers as well. Because me being a cosplayer myself, I actually have found using my airbrush makes a lot of stuff a lot easier for me when it comes to the process. Because the ability to airbrush something rather than having to go outside and spray paint it and have to have decent weather in order to make sure that you can spray paint on a decent, something decent, makes things much, much easier. So I think that's what I'll probably do next year. But this year for the GBWC, I think I'm going to go with something a little different. Instead of a fantasy styled kind of build, I think I'm going to do basically, I'm going to create a kit that of a mobile suit that there isn't a kit for. So basically, kit bash a couple kits together to make a kit that isn't real yet. So I've had a couple of them coming up. There's a few that I think look really good from the new series Moon Gundam or Gundam Moon. I don't know which way it is. But I looked at some of the pictures in that and I thought they looked pretty good. So I think I'm going to try one or two. I ordered a couple kits that showed up. You could always look into, see, the thing is with kit bashing them, they already kind of have a kit or have a model that is made from the two of them, because the later series mobile dolls were actually based off of a mashup of the Mercurius and the V8, if you remember your Wing Gundam history. I mean, that's not to say you couldn't do it, but okay, so then this one goes like that. Then this goes on like this. Okay, so there's one of the hand bits. Yeah, the one that the convention that I'm going to in November is actually just like a Scale Modeler Society convention. It happens every 2 years, and I think I'm planning on taking the Iron Kong, and I'm going to enter that in the sci-fi category. And then I have a Camp for Amazing and a Dom test type that I was working on. Well, there you go. I mean, if there's no kit for it, then you kind of have this cool idea of how you could make it happen yourself. So That's kind of a cool idea. And that's kind of what I looked at for doing my GBWC idea for this coming year, is that I want to make something that pretty much will look like a Bandai kit, but it's obviously not because Bandai hasn't released it. So that's, my whole thought process on it, at least. See, I thought there was a kit for those, even the 1/100, 1/44th scale, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm some kind of major Gunpla historian or anything like that, but yeah, the ones I'm planning on, one of them is based off of the Double Zeta, and then the other one is actually based off the Dejay, which I have the Dejay, I bought the Double Zeta, and then I actually picked up this guy, the Double Zeta, the full armor Double Zeta, and then for the Dejay, I picked up the Rick DS because there are parts from those kits in particular that'll work for this design process that I have. So. Oh, and I'm actually. Oh, that's right. I know they had a Leo, but I didn't know. That's another one I'd love to see is an Ares, or even any of the kits that they make for the Oz mobile suits. I think look cool. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Oh, I was saying another thing I'm starting up is my wife and I are planning on starting up an Etsy store. What we're gonna do is I made a couple props for myself and my wife for cosplay this past year for Otakon, and we had a lot of interest from other cosplayers asking us about the actual props and how I made them and that kind of stuff. And because of that, I thought about, well, if I made these things and kind of had them where I was kind of able to make them relatively quick, uh, people would probably buy them. So that's basically what I'm planning on. So I'm going to start out. I cosplayed as Kirito from SAO. So I'm going to start out by making each one of his 4 swords. And they're going to be completely made out of, they're going to be like a wood center made with PVC pipe for the handle and made and covered with EVA foam. And then I'm still working on the process of how I'm going to paint them to get the effect that I want. So, not really 100% up to speed on it just yet, just because I'm trying to also work out templates because I want to make it where this is a relatively streamlined process. So I'm making templates of all of the parts that I need for the swords, so then that way I can just replicate it relatively quick. They're still going to be one of those things where they're going to be made to order, and then they're also going to be set up where there'll be certain different sizes. And because when I made mine, I scaled his swords to my height because I'm a little bit taller than Kirito. So I wanted the swords to look right. And when you buy a lot of those prop swords that you can get online, they're only a certain length, like they're all made the same size. The problem is not every person is the same exact size. So the best thing to do is if you're going to do those props is to make them yourself and then make them to your scale. So they look functional, they look normal for you. I saw a couple people walking around that were dressed up in the same costume as I was, but they had like the online purchased swords that were only like this long total length, which, oh, excuse me, for a child they probably would be fine, but for a full size adult they look like daggers rather than long swords. So that was my whole process on it. And then what I did was I figured out, I'm going to have it set up where, if you're between this height and this height, you buy this sword. If you're between this height and this height, you buy this sword, and I'll have them in 3 different sizes. So, relatively simple. It's just trying to get it all off the ground and get templates together and that kind of stuff. Whew. And then depending on how well it goes, I may end up doing other swords. I have a couple other swords that I think would be really cool to try. So, oh, that's right. I forgot about some of the parts for the hands, because there's little bits that go on the fingers. So I'll have to cut those out real quick. So E21. Then we've got E22. Right. I mean, I've already looked up basically all the costs for the materials and everything like that. And the costs are actually, I mean, I would still make some money off of them. I mean, I'm not going to make a killing off of them, but we also looked at pricing as compared to other people selling a similar prop. When I was looking online on other Etsy, like on the Etsy store and stuff like that, there wasn't really, like, there were people that were selling them as props, but they weren't. They were solid wood. Like, I understand that that's a good idea, but I just feel like there are some cons that might not let you go in with a solid wooden sword. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like that might not be a good thing. Whereas mine, I mean, mine is has a wooden center, but it's very very small. Like it doesn't have like there's probably a good 3 to 5 you know, probably actually it's probably closer to. Well, I think I used EVA floor mat and I used two pieces of it and I sandwiched it together. So you figure there's probably about a good inch and a half or so of foam before you would actually hit a rigid part of the inner structure. And then from what I learned from building those, I'm actually going to tweak my design just a little bit so that they're a little more travel friendly. The one thing I didn't like about mine was the fact that um, mine were only we would affix the handle and the handle was not removable. So what I think I'm going to do with these ones is I'll make it where the handle actually pops out. So it's going to be a little easier to to handle and everything like that. So I'm completely there with you, but I'm not a metalsmith, so I don't know how to make that stuff. Uh, I mean, I have my fair share of real swords, so but I just don't feel like having a sword from an anime. A lot of times, swords from anime are not at all functional whatsoever. So, here's my buddy. True. You could go to Ren fairs and stuff like that. The problem is most of the Ren fairs that I go to, you can't draw the sword. So you basically have to keep it in its sheath the whole time. So there's really no point in having a fully functional sword because nobody's ever going to know that it's fully functional. So I kind of see it as if you're going to get one, I mean, a prop one would probably be acceptable. I mean, yes, if you're a collector, yes, I could definitely see why you would want a functional one or one that's made from metal or something like that. But and a lot of times the problem you have with that is a lot of people want those things but they don't want to spend the kind of money that it actually costs to make them. Like the Ren Fair that I go to, because I'm from Pennsylvania, so we actually have the Lancaster County Renaissance Fair here in PA. So I go to that one, and whenever you go in, if you have a blade, they actually zip tie it to your scabbard so it cannot be removed. Well, yeah, there's that too. But yeah, I mean, see, I'm one of those ones that I like having the props because then I can go to a con with it and I can kind of show it off a little bit more. And I mean, I thought it was great because when I walked around at the con, there were so many people dressed up like mine, and they all had the little small little swords. Whereas when you saw me walk by, I had my swords were like full length and they looked proportionate to me. So. So these go here. Yeah, I forgot the little cover bits here for the fingers. I mean, my wife and I looked into it, and I mean, we have a couple different options that we're offering for different types of swords. Basically, if you would want to purchase the sword just as a blank, where it's just raw foam that's heat sealed, so I just would hit it with a heat gun to seal the foam. You could do that, and it's at a lower cost. So then that way, the buyer could essentially buy this, paint the sword as they want to. It's funny that you mentioned that. I'm actually planning to start work when I would get enough space to do it. I want to start working on a cosplay for a to be. I'm actually planning on doing God Gundam, and the only reason I chose God Gundam was because it's one of those Gundams that it's fairly humanoid looking. Like it's not as boxy as like even just Grandpa Gundam or some of the other ones. So like a lot of the joints and stuff like that are a lot more rounded. It looks more humanoid to me, and I think that's got to do with the type of series that it came from. The only part that I'm running into a snag on is I'm trying to figure out how I can make the backpack function. Like where if I was standing there and I went to do like a pose where I would have the hand light up to do the erupting burning finger, have the backpack open up. Like I think I could probably have it where it's like there's a zip cord or something like that in the costume that I could pull on it and it'll click them open and then I can pull on them again and let them come down. But I'm still kind of working on that part of it, but I feel like that would be really cool. Because the problem I have is I don't want it to be something where it's always open. Because when it's always open, then it would be really difficult to be walking around at a con. Because you got to figure you're going to have a massive backpack splayed open behind you. So so that's kind of my idea on it. I don't really have any of the materials really yet to make any of that stuff, but I figure I'd start doing a lot of the planning process because that's definitely going to be like a multi-year process. Like it's going to take me a couple years to build that whole costume. So, and as I mean, a Zaku probably wouldn't be that hard to build. Um, if you just actually Google a Zaku or a Gundam cosplay, you could probably find the one guy that he did a tutorial on it. Like he did a very in-depth tutorial on building mecha cosplay, and he gives you a lot of the basics for what you need. I mean, the only thing that I like about his is that you're definitely taller. The way that you build his design, you're physically taller because you actually put braces under your feet so that it actually raises you up off the ground rather than like I saw one actually at Otakon this year that was uh he was the Gundam Unicorn. And the problem I mean his costume was awesome. It was very well done. The only issue I ran into was he was kind of normal human size. So it almost looked like he was an SD. Um but I mean, that might just be me being a little nitpicky. But I mean, like I said, I am not going to knock the guy's costume at all because it was an amazing costume. So, Well, I actually think I'm going to call it a night after I sand this piece, just because it's getting a little late for me and I am tired. So I'm going to finish this piece and attach it to the one hand, or the one finger, I should say. Ugh. And then I think I'm going to call it a night. Because I've been streaming on Twitch since about 6:30-ish on and off. And then I've just now been on YouTube now as well as Twitch, for about an hour and 15 minutes. So and like I said, don't forget that if you are interested in winning the Petite Guy triple set, you can follow my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/continuous0222, just as it's printed at the bottom of the screen. And click my donations link. And from there, you just make a donation. And basically, if you donate $1, that gets you one chance at winning the model. As well, if you donate $5, you get any increment of $5, you get one extra chance. So donate $5, you get 6 chances. Donate $10, you get 12 chances. And then basically the only thing that I ask is that when you do a donation, is that in the comment section of the donation, you just put in your screen name. That way I know whose screen name to put on basically whose screen name it is, and that way I know who to attach it to. So as of right now, I can only take donations, I believe, through my Twitch channel. I don't believe I can take donations through YouTube. So any kind of donation will definitely be put back into the stream, whether it is getting a better microphone, an actual better stand for my my up top webcam. Basically, that's what I'd be doing with that. So any of the money that's donated goes right back into the stream. The other thing it could be used for is possibly for buying limited edition kits and things like that for raffles in the future. So, like I said, if you're interested in donating, just go ahead and follow my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/continuous0222. That's 3 2s. And you can go ahead and hit the donations button, and in the comment section of the donation, make sure you type in your screen name so I know who you are, and then I'll add your name to a little bucket with a little slip of paper, and then before I go on my cruise the second week of October, I'll be pulling a name out of that to announce my winner. So until next time, I may be on tomorrow to do my streaming. I normally am not scheduled for Sunday, but I may come on just because I've missed a day or two during the week. So I will be back and I will be with you guys tomorrow. So I will talk to you later. This has been Charlie, aka Continuous 0222, as well as I apologize. As well as Basic Mecha Works on my YouTube channel. So I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great time and keep on building.